Hey everybody, it is day 5 of week 5 and I wanted to show you the shade cloth cover that we have over the chicken enclosure. So they are two 10-foot by 20-foot cloths zip tied together, and here you can see I'm using some temporary baling twine cycling to hold it together. But we're using our extra 10 by 10 canopy, and you can see everything's dripping wet, so it survived through its first rainstorm with the wind and everything, so that's really good. I'm very proud that it didn't just die and collapse. But this should give us a lot more shade for the bunnies and the chickens and such. And then also coming over here, you can see we come right into some bird netting. Which, check this out, that's gonna be so cool. Ah! But it's covering this whole area for my apparently very hungry chickens this morning, so that they can be in the shade. And I think that's gonna do us all a lot of good. Could probably use a support over in that area. It's drooping pretty bad. You gonna bite me, chicken? Yeah? I'm trying out this stinking watch again before I return it to Amazon, just to see. We are having the double bean turkey taco bowls with a fried egg and some sour cream on top of it for breakfast this morning. And you can kind of see ooey gooey cheesy goodness. Like, I'm feeling pretty excited about this. I just hope it got heated up all the way through. And then coffee in my Han Solo cup. Well, Han Solo and Boba Fett, sorry. I just set up a Ko-fi account. A few of y'all had sent me messages and were like, how can we support this channel? Is this tied in with your other channel's Patreon? And I'm like, no, didn't really think anybody would be interested in supporting this channel. Apparently I was wrong. So I went ahead and set up a Ko-fi, which is, unlike the Patreon, it's a single time pledge thing. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that's pretty cool. Like, I'm excited about that. I don't really know. I don't have any expectations with it, so we'll see what happens. But I've been busy scheduling videos, answering comments. We've got a bunch of stuff to do around the house today, so I've been piddling trying to like clean up some different work surfaces and get things to where we can really crack down, because it is July 1st, so it is time for us to start heavy into Patreon again. I know it feels like I just finished processing June's Patreon, but that's because June ran quite late, so we're gonna keep, this month we're ready. We are ready to go. So on that note, let's get to it. So I finally got some rings cut until the blade broke. So you can see I still have some coils left over, but yay! Rings for inventory, for making inventory for the booth for Tokyo and Tulsa, because we are super behind. I mean, it's not like we had all of June and the first week of July to prep or anything. Hey guys, it's the evening of day, I keep forgetting what day it is. It's the same day as what it was this last time I told you what day it was. Randy and I got the whole yard mowed, and it looks so much better. I'll try to get some footage of it to show you guys how everything's coming along. I finally, with Randy's help, with a lot of Randy's help, finished the chicken coop. So now the chickens are enclosed, and so hopefully they will not be tearing up everything that I plant anymore, because I haven't been able to plant a whole lot this year because of the chickens. And it turned out to be much more economical to enclose the chickens in their enclosure than it was to protect each and every bed from said chickens. So that's taken care of, and it might not be too late for me to plant some, oh, fireworks are going off outside. It might not be too late for me to plant some like midsummer or late summer crops. Kind of, you know, it's way more fun to weed the garden in the late summer and fall anyways than it is whenever it's like 100 degrees outside. But I looked at my calories, and I've only had like 900 calories today. So I'm fitting in some cottage cheese, full fat cottage cheese, and 6 strawberries. For those of y'all who are on my Fitness Pal, I'm trying real hard to be super diligent about everything that I'm posting, like everything that I'm eating, I'm posting on there so that you guys can get a realistic idea of what I'm consuming to get my weight loss. Now everybody's going to be a little bit different though, like, you know. And then of course I forgot to wear my silly little watch while mowing, just to get a general idea, but I'm so done with that thing. Like, I'm like, there's still a part of me that's really curious about my heart rate though, and like steps taken and distance traveled while mowing and all of these different things, and I'm just like, eh. So I still have yoga to do today. I still have another batch of resin casting to do today, as well as I am going to try to, well, I say try to, I am going to sweep the whole downstairs as well, which is like 4 rooms and 2 like hallways and a bathroom. Like, there's a lot to sweep down here, but it's just getting it every day goes by a lot faster than trying to chase down all the little dust bunnies like once every 3 days, you know, whenever it looks filthy. Because I sweep every day, and every day I just get a ton of stuff up, so there's that. But I'm also going to be going through and answering more of y'all's comments. I've been I check in the mornings and then I check again in the evening, and I'm doing my evening check on both of my YouTube channels, trying to reply to everybody. And I want to give a huge shout out to Wolfsbane Hollow. Congratulations on your weight loss and the progress that you're making. I am so excited for you. Like, you are doing so good. So keep up the awesome work. If you're watching this. So, and there's a lot of y'all who are doing fantastically, but I figured I'd limit it to just one person per video. That way I'm not just sitting here listing off everybody's name, because all of y'all are doing so great. Thank you guys so much for all of your comments and sharing your experiences and stories and everything, because y'all say that I'm inspiring you, but honestly it's the other way around. Y'all are doing phenomenally. So keep up the awesome work, and I'll talk to y'all later today. I'm gonna eat my stuff. Well, I've just finished up doing another batch of resin. So you can kind of see here a bit. I don't want to drop the phone in it, but there's some resin tabs and some different casting pieces. But it's a really good day's work, but it smells kind of resiny in here. So I'm gonna close up shop and head over back into the craft room and probably find some pants and do some yoga. You guys, she's so cute. She's just so cute. I can't handle it. Oh, little baby kitty. Little 12-year-old baby kitty. Oh, look at those little squish beans. Ember. Yeah, you are a good girl, aren't you? Hey y'all, it's the end of day 5. I did not manage to fit in yoga today. I am just exhausted. Randy and I both had a super productive and busy day, and I am ready for bed. And which brought me to the thought that I've kind of been knocking around today, and that's, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So especially reading a bunch of y'all's comments and stuff, like, again, I know I keep saying it, I feel like a broken record, but y'all have no idea what your comments mean to me. It keeps me thinking and everything, and so I was basically talking to y'all today there in the comment section, and a lot of there's a lot of this internal struggle where we're kind of picking ourselves apart and all the things we should be doing or that we didn't do correctly. And it's like, if I could give any advice to y'all or to myself or anybody, that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. And not every day is gonna be perfect. You know, it's not about starting off, you know, on your journey getting every single little thing right. Where, you know, your diet's perfect, your activity's perfect, your house is clean, you're getting enough sleep, yeah, your job's perfect. Like, that's not life. You know, and if it is, then I'm doing it wrong, because that has never been how it has worked out for me. You know, some days are gonna just shine and everything's gonna be as close to perfect as you feel like it can be, and then other days it's like, oh, that was a mess. So don't sweat it, just do the best you can until you know how to do better, and then do that. But it's, you know, out of the gates, you don't have to be getting every little detail spot on. Start with just walking more, or just drinking more water, or just in portion control. And by portion control, I don't mean necessarily adhering just to what it says to have, you know, what the recommended portion is, but like, whenever I was starting out, I was eating close to 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, which is quite a bit. And so I didn't say I'm going to strictly adhere to 1,200 calories a day, and I'm gonna walk for, you know, an hour, and I'm gonna do yoga for at least half an hour, and First off, that's insane. Second off, that's not sustainable. I might have been able to do it for like half a day before I'm like, well, I've reached my calorie limit and it's 11 in the morning. And you know, it's, so just make little changes. You know, I brought it down to, I was only having 2,500 calories in a day, which for most people is still quite a bit. But for me, that was almost, in some days, cutting my calorie intake by half, which is a big first step. But 2,500 calories of like whole foods, that's a lot of food. Like, that's a lot. It's not a lot whenever it's like a Sonic double patty cheeseburger with a, you know, large concrete. There went your calorie budget for the day, even at 2,500. And then I whittled it down to like 2,225, you know, just like shaving off, maybe instead of a whole tablespoon of butter, every time I have vegetables, I'll have a half tablespoon of butter, you know, and kind of just whittling down in places where, you know, I probably could do with a little less cheese, you know, or maybe actually measure the amount of cheese that I'm putting on something. And there's a big difference too between what I thought a serving of cheese was and what an actual serving of cheese was. So I was actually ending up having almost 300 calories just in added cheese on like my salads. I can handle 110 calories, which is a serving of full fat shredded cheese, but I can't handle 300 calories. You know, I can't justify that. And so again, baby stepping, and this took over a couple of weeks, whereas now this past week I've been hitting anywhere between like 1,300, 1,600, and on a high day like 1,800. But again, I'm trying to learn how to eat intuitively, but as we talked about in an earlier vlog post, I still don't feel like I had an eating disorder, but I do feel like I had disordered eating. I do not have a healthy relationship with food, which sounds so weird. It's like, hey, food. Ew. But no, it's like I go to food for comfort way too much. I eat when I'm bored. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm happy. I don't eat when I'm angry, but I don't get mad that much. So it's like, well, that's useless. But it's not good to cope with my emotions through eating anyways. So there's that. But calorie control, portion control, within, you set your budget. You don't have to adhere to like a bare minimum of like, and certainly don't starve yourself, you know, but just set your budget, whether it's 1,500, 2,500, whatever it is, wherever you fall on the spectrum, just set your budget and start adhering to it. And then you'll be able to learn more about yourself. You're measuring it so you can manage it. And then you can make small alterations from there and find out for yourself if you do better with higher protein, higher fat, higher carb. Like, find out where your balance sits. You know, how do you feel whenever you have more or less dairy? How do you feel whenever you have more or less salt or sugar? Or, you know, take these things and kind of try them on for size, and if they don't work, don't feel like that you've failed because you can't eat you can't function on a no meat, no dairy diet. You know, you just feel like garbage, or that you can't function without carbs. Don't feel like you're not doing well because you can't adhere to this diet standard. Just feel like you've learned something about yourself, and now you can take that information and fine-tune and tailor what you're doing to your specific needs, which may change week to week, month to month as your journey goes on, but it's just, I don't know, so that's what I mean when I say portion control. Man, I really rambled on that one. But yeah, it's baby steps in the right directions, you guys. So I didn't fit in yoga today, but, you know, it's another day. You know, tomorrow will be another day too, and hopefully I'll be able to fit my yoga in early in the morning, because I am quite stiff, and I may actually still stretch a bit before bed, but I have a pretty strict no recording for vlogs in the bedroom, like, stance. That way Randy and I can get some time where, like, we're just hanging out and there's no risk of me whipping out the phone and being like, vlog time. You know, everywhere else it's okay, but I don't record in our bedroom, and so we've got, like, it's Randy's little safe space where he's not gonna have me assaulting him with the camera at all. But so I'm probably gonna get a little bit of a stretch in, but certainly nothing like not like a full 30 minutes. I'm probably just gonna, like, stretch a bit, like, kind of stuff. Also, upcoming tutorials that I'm thinking of shooting for the Vonster vlog, and I'd really like to hear you guys' thoughts about it, are a poi video where you spin the balls on a string, which is great for building up the strength and the connective tissues and muscles in your hands and wrists, as well as introduction to hoop dance, and quite possibly a seated yoga sequence. For those of y'all who are familiar with my main channel, Yvonne Williams, where I have been doing daily tutorials and stuff for like a couple of years now, I had tried doing like a video a day yoga sequence where every day added to the previous day. Is that your D&D game? Ah, naughty Randy. That scared me though. I had tried doing a yoga sequence where each day built on the previous one, building up to a 30-minute practice. I think I'm just going to do it all in one go, in one like 30-minute seated yoga practice, and you can kind of like stop or keep going or do it over again or however you want, but that way it's all compact and just in one thing, and I don't want to be just flooding you guys with content. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think, and if you have any requests for things that you're like, hey Vaughn, how do you blah blah blah, or, you know, make a video about this, or we want to see Sam Dog, or, you know, just whatever you guys want. Like, I want to hear from you. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me, and I will see y'all in the morning for day 6. Bye.